don't know what to do right now. I really don't know what to do. People are just not hiring, despite how many skills you have. I'm in a weird place where I have 2 classes left. I'm stuck on wait lists. I can't even afford to go back.
What up, everybody? It's been a couple days since the news came out that Microsoft laid off 9,000 employees. This comes on the back of 6,000 employees that were laid off a few months ago.
Is entry level no longer a thing? Can you not get a job anymore if it's entry level? Like,
the job market is so bad, people are literally asking, are master's degrees worth anything nowadays? This guy says, are master's degrees like even worth it? Because they're super expensive. Like if you get an MBA from like one of those top universities, like top 30, like you're paying probably close to 6 figs or over 6 figs. And that's not including room and board. I mean, you got people applying to over 300 job applications and have nothing to show for. You know, this guy got, 5 interviews, but didn't get any job offers. Like, this is how tough the job market is in 2026, and it's only gonna get tougher.
Being unemployed is such a privilege. I'm at the park on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock doing nothing.
Job search update. I have received so many rejections email to the point where I know when I'm getting rejected. For example, if I applied or interview for a company, let's say Monday of this week, and I haven't heard anything back from them Friday of that week, chances that I'm getting rejected is probably the Sunday of that week or the Friday of next week. Today's a Friday. I already got like 4 different rejections-ish. That's kind of low, I know, compared to you guys, but still. I have a vision that this Sunday I'm going to get more rejections, which is totally okay because rejection is redirection. Have a great weekend.
I'm absolutely done with this. Remember that job I posted about a couple days ago, this one, where I had that amazing interview? Like, it was just one of those things where you can like feel it in your gut. You're like, you want me and I want you. This is gonna work out. This is perfect. This is beautiful. This is magic. And so then I met with the president on Tuesday. I was refreshing my email like crazy. If you're unemployed, you know the feeling. Like, it's actually the worst. Friday, today comes along. And I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna hear back. And then I get the email. I open it and I'm like, oh my God, it's team really loves you. We love getting to know you. We can really see you here at this company in this position. But, no, literally like, okay, but we are putting this position on hold right now. So if that resumes, like, we'll totally let you know. Thank you. And then she sprinkled in, I know this isn't the best news to hear on a Friday. Yeah, dude, it's not. You should have just done this on a fucking Monday, okay? So I could enjoy my weekend, enjoy the Super Bowl. But guess what? No, I still will. This feels like deja vu. Like, why am I always on here complaining about how stupid the fucking job market is? Because it's actually unbelievable. We're pivoting again, okay? Square one. I'm trying everything. Bro, I'm gonna go into sales. What the fuck? What do I have to lose? My dignity is literally at my ankles right now. I'm pissed off. I'm not really even taking this personally anymore. I'm just like, y'all need to get your shit together. Because like, how are people surviving? We're not. I literally read that email and I was like, and then started laughing. Because I was like, this is actually a joke. 5 rounds of interviews and they're like, wait, but actually let's just put it on hold. Wait guys, I have an even better idea. Instead of hiring someone, let's just put it on hold. Because we're poor. And listen, that's okay if you are. That's okay if your company doesn't have a lot of money. Just fucking say it, okay? And then don't put this job posting up. Freaking tickle my balls while I'm interviewing. Like, dude, like, remember when I said I'm gonna turn into a villain like months ago with that other job? This is like a level above villain. The super villain? I don't even know. The master villain? Like, that's me right now. I'm literally, something is festering inside of me. I'm gonna go, like, I'm ready. I'm gonna go make myself a panini. That's what's gonna happen. Because life goes on. And everyone deserves a panini. Okay, bye, no, thank you so much. Like, we're definitely gonna reach out to you if anything changes. Say that to me one more time. Oh, thank you.
Well, guys, after receiving more than 453 paychecks from Amazon, I have officially been added to the 16,000 people they have laid off just this month. And even though I won't be getting paychecks from them anymore, they still will be feeding my pockets because I will continue to invest in their stock. Most of us know that Amazon is in the works of trying to transition into leveraging AI and automation within their company. With fewer people being needed for their corporate tasks and labor work, this leaves Amazon's profit margins to increase more than ever before. Amazon is just simply cutting back on layers to enhance the efficiency of the company using AI. This is not just to cut costs, and it's damn sure not because of financial hardship. We all know Amazon is very, very well off as a company. With 14,000 job cuts in October of 2025 and about 16,000 job cuts in January of 2026, that's about 30,000 job cuts in total. Sheesh. This is exactly why it is very crucial for you guys to be building financial stability, investing in the market, and making sure you have yourself together so you do not have to worry about getting laid off, especially from a job like Amazon.
I have a sync on my calendar in 3 minutes. I'm getting laid off. I saw who it's with. Layoffs are going on right now. I can't breathe. Like I'm kind of excited because I fucking hate my job, but also I don't have a job now, and I literally just quit my other job. So now I have no income. This is the universe saying, bitch, we told you to quit your fucking, both of your jobs. You did not need one. Like, you need to figure your shit out. Holy fuck. I can't, I'm gonna record it, but like, I'm shaky. Again, I'm not shocked. I've made it 2.5 years. I've survived like over 8 rounds of layoffs, maybe even 10 at this point. It's just happening. I was talking to my dad on the phone and I was like, people are getting laid off. And he goes, do you think you are? And I go, I checked my calendar, like I'm safe, I'm good. And as I'm talking to him, a fucking meeting pops up on my calendar. I literally can't breathe. Fuck this place. I fucking hate these hoes. I hate these hoes so much. I'm in the meeting. I'm so nervous. My face is so red. My like audio on my laptop cut out. But basically they're giving me 2 weeks severance. They're paying me through the end of the day. Fuck off. Yeah, I'm laid off. That's about it. I'm like so red. I have high. Oh my God. That's my body right now. Girl, are you okay? Fully, I'm having a panic attack. Wait, what the fuck? I literally just got laid off. It's fine. I have backup plans, so I'm not worried, but that's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yay. But fuck, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I hate my life. I love my life. I hate my life. I don't know what to do. This is insane.
Well, I never thought I'd be making this video, but I just got laid off today and I'm really freaking sad about it because I just started this job 3 freaking months ago. I literally just got out of training and the whole company was basically let go. So I'm feeling pretty bummed. I've never been laid off before. This is like the first time it's ever happened. And I can tell you, it definitely feels like shit. So yeah, it was crazy how they did it too. Like usually we have a all hands on Friday where they just talk about the company and updates and everything like that. And they canceled it last week because they said they wanted to be able to share Q3 updates with us and they weren't ready for that yet. So they moved it to today. And I kind of woke up with this like gut feeling that something was off because I don't know why. I just woke up kind of feeling like a little weird. And then in the morning, I usually have my one-on-one with my boss, like early, like at 10 a.m. And I noticed that she moved it to later in the day. And then she hadn't updated like our agenda, like our one-on-one agenda. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like usually she updates it like first thing on Monday morning, but she was like, I need to eat lunch or something before our all hands. And yeah, so I get on the all hands and it was so weird. Like the CEO gets on the call and he just starts talking about like how he had to make this very difficult decision because they're going to restructure the whole entire company. And the only way that they'll be able to succeed is if they do this, like really minimize the amount of people at the company, which is like now literally like, I think 5-10 maybe people. And he just goes on and he's just talking and I'm like, okay, does that mean everybody's laid off? Because he mentioned, he's like, some of you all, your last day will be today. And then others, your employment will be extended to help us make this transition. So I'm literally like, at first I wasn't sure if my role was impacted. And then, yeah, he just kept talking. And then finally he's like, if you get an email in your personal email, that means you're laid off effective immediately. And if you receive an email in your work email, that means that you're staying. So I didn't get anything for like, well, first, let me go back to how the meeting ended. He says, thank you to everybody. And he logs off after he literally spills the worst news ever. And the awkward part was that everyone stayed on the Zoom, like he left, but everybody else stayed on the Zoom for like 5 to 10 seconds. So all you see is just like sad faces all on the screen. Like the whole company was laid off. And then everyone gets disconnected, and then everyone who was laid off immediately lost access to their like computer, I guess. I don't know. They said we can keep our computers, which like thanks for the new MacBook, but like now I don't have a job. So anyways, I didn't get an email in either of my inboxes, and then finally I get a message from someone saying that my employment has been extended till August 31st. So I mean, I guess I'm grateful that I still have a job until then, but like it's so annoying. Why did they hire me? Like, they must have known some things were going on. And I had a job I really liked. I just assumed this was like the next opportunity for me. And I should have just stayed at my old job. Now I'm unemployed. Well, I guess I'll be unemployed in August, which I'm grateful, but it just is like this looming feeling of dread knowing that it's coming up. But I'm hopeful that like I can find something soon. Hopefully we get a severance. I'm not even sure. Nobody knows anything. They haven't said anything. So we're just supposed to like continue working as normal, which is weird. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like feeling pretty down. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm thankful like for the opportunity, I guess, but yeah, it just feels like crap, to be honest. So I decided I'm going to just like document my unemployment life. Maybe it will help me feel better. I like have been watching a bunch of TikToks like since I got laid off a couple of hours ago about other people who've been laid off, and it makes me feel better to see they're doing okay. I've never been laid off before, so this is a first. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to post like my unemployment journey. So if you've been unemployed or if you got laid off recently or have been laid off, let me know. Does it get better? Am I going to be okay? I think I'm going to be okay. It feels so sad. Like, I don't know, but yeah, that's what happened to me today. What an eventful freaking Monday. I got laid off. I have been devastated. I loved my job so much, and it was so good for my mental health. Loved what I did. I was never overly stressed. I had literally the best manager anyone could ask for. I had amazing benefits. I worked from home. It was a flexible work environment. I'm just genuinely so sad. It was just one of those where they tried to keep me as long as they could, but unfortunately the company just wasn't making it. Aside from all the things that come with losing your job, I am terrified to work somewhere new. I'm terrified to work in a toxic work environment. I've worked in a toxic work environment, and I never want to feel like that again. When I tell you, I would come home and pass out for hours because my body was just like mentally and physically exhausted from being so anxious and just like in fight or flight mode all day. Also, just thinking about all the people who have been laid off, there are so many people getting laid off in this country, and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. So yeah, I'm just like genuinely sad, but I'm also grateful that, you know, they tried to keep me as long as they could. I'm grateful to have a support system. I know it can be a lot worse. So anyways, all I can do is just deal with it. Been trying to still like put makeup on and do videos, but I'm just like, looking for a job is obviously overwhelming and daunting, but what can you do?
I just got laid off. I just got laid off. I thought 2026 was gonna be my year. Now I'm unemployed. Oh my god. Like, is this a prank? Am I missing something? Like, what? I don't even know how I feel. Anger, I'm sad, I'm scared. This job, it fell into my lap when I was desperate, when I really needed it. So I gave it my all, gave it all my energy. I spent so much time learning and perfecting the craft so that I could be good at what I do. But while giving it everything, I lost myself. It's like I became a robot. Like, I would just show up. I would dread every single day. Mondays were my worst enemy. I fucking dreaded that day. Pretending I was okay, but I would really just go on break quickly and go cry in the bathroom. And yes, I told my managers. They were very aware of how I was feeling. They saw my downfall compared to when I first started to now. Like, I was miserable at that job. But at the end of the day, the bills still gotta get paid. Life goes on. I don't know if it's like a trauma bond or something, but it's scary. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm like speechless. Like, I can't even believe that this is happening right now. I have no job. I have no source of income. I'm fucked. My God. What is actually happening? I know that everything happens for a reason.
trying to stay positive here. You're telling me this is what was meant to happen. This is what was meant to happen. 2026, the year that Aaliyah is ready to go all in, no excuses, no fuckery, and I lose my job. It's like a weird roller coaster of emotions because I hated that routine that I was just stuck in where I did nothing but live for that job. I woke up last minute, did nothing with my mornings 80% of the time, would skip breakfast because of how late I woke up, would show up at the office and be miserable from 9 to 5, and then come home, eat supper, shower, sleep, repeat. Like I have no life. All of 2025, I've spent it isolating myself. I haven't been spending time with my friends. I haven't been seeing family. I haven't been doing anything for myself. I don't have any hobbies. Other than creating content, what have I been doing? Nothing. I've been living for this job that doesn't give a fuck about me. And they just dump me like that. Just like that. Cheers to being unemployed. Damn.
I just lost my job. Something that, if it would have happened a year ago, I would have been an absolute mess right now. And I'm not saying that it's not upsetting, but like I've told you guys time and time again, because this community has shown up and made me feel safe, I don't have a whole lot to worry about right now. I feel personally at peace, joy, a little bit of happiness, potentially even a little bit of relief. Get a focus on this community, continuing to build everything that we've been doing, and the future is wide open. I've got job applications in. I very well might be back in that building that I fought so hard to make my life for the last 12, 13 years, you know. But like I said, not overly emotional. I think I'm probably more sad that I just shook the hand of a former 20-year Navy chief. I asked him how his test went that he coincidentally took yesterday. It didn't go well. He's where I was a year ago. Fortunately, he's made great financial decisions. And he said, you know what? I've been working every single day for the last 20 years plus. Maybe this is what I needed. And I really loved hearing that from him because it's exactly how I feel. Now, I'm still in school full time, something I've been maintaining for the last 3 years. So that'll keep going. And I'm actively looking for other employment. But one thing I can say is I had the opportunity to be building this whole entire last year. And maybe that's the reason why I didn't pass all those tests. Maybe that's the reason why I had to push myself until this last December. Because if I would have, let's say, passed all those tests, thought everything was good, I watched a guy get notified just last week that he would not be transitioning to our new contract. And let me just tell you something, that guy was a mess. 8 years, 9 years that he's dedicated to this job and this contract, and he got told as a section leader that he was done for, okay, because of something he couldn't control. And that is the thing that I'm probably the most upset about, is all the good people that are going home right now wondering what's next. I think that's sad. There's a lot of people that care deeply about being inside that building, but it is what it is. You know, the greatest, I think, human attribute of all time is our ability to overcome and adapt adversity. Got a big surprise for you guys later, so be staying tuned. Until then, I love you guys. Peace.
I lost my job. Let's talk about it while I get ready. Let's give an update. What is my life? So this past Monday, I go to work, everything's fine. It's like 10:30 and we get an email from the head of my job. I worked at a primary care office, and I worked up in the administration side. I got an email Monday around 10. To sum up the email, it basically said that they're letting people go because they need money, basically. But so that they're letting 43 people go. They said, you know, we will not find out until Wednesday, the 21st. The email said basically for nobody to speculate. So we were there for 2 days, anxiously waiting. I work in a department and there's one other person with me. We were all talking about it daily, like stressing out. We're like, we don't want to come to work and like work hard if we're just gonna be let go. Wednesday came and we didn't hear anything all day. It was actually really stressful. So anxious. I liked my job. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I never loved a job like that. It came to, I think it was like 3:30 almost, and I got a call from my manager. She's like, can you come to my office? Right then and there, I kind of knew. I go to her office, which is right down the hall, and then she's like, we need to meet in the conference room. So I turn around, which the conference room is right behind us, and I see a whole bunch of people in there. And of course, my heart sank to my asshole. We sit down. They keep bringing some people in. The manager of the whole specific facility I work in, and everybody who's getting let go, and their managers. There's at least 10 of us, I think. We're all sitting there in silence, and then somebody's like, what are we waiting for something? And they're like, yes, we're waiting for these 2 other women in HR. Finally, they showed up. I was crying, of course, and it's really uncomfortable to sit in there in silence and to be around all those people and you're trying to process something that's life-changing. They said, we're sorry, but they had to let us go. That would be our last day of work. Manager came over and sat next to me and hugged me or whatever. Gave us a packet with everything we needed to know in regards to benefits and pay. So basically they're paying us until the 31st, and then we're gonna get our PTO and everything. And then they gave us a packet about unemployment. I was feeling really content and like everything was perfect and I love my job, and then it's like, boom, out of nowhere, gone. Packed my stuff. I did not want to sit there. Like, they just kept talking and talking. I was so mad and I was so eager to get out of there. I didn't get up and leave, sat there and listened. Just like really sad. I had my time to think about it and to cry and to be upset. I didn't want to film this like when I could potentially start crying. The 2 older ladies, as I was leaving, they were crying. I was so sad. My manager did send me a text and it was really nice. Although I really didn't want to talk to her the day I got fired or let go. I did reply to her text and we talked, and she's very nice. But yeah, life can change really fast and it's really scary. I've dealt with it multiple times, but there's nothing we can do. It's literally out of my control. I can't force anything. So now we have to move on and figure it out. I've always had to figure it out. I will update you guys on this journey to find a job, but I have to stay positive because I could get really down and depressed and let myself go and not keep a routine. But I need to have structure and a routine. We're gonna put all of this time I have into myself and my life, and we'll see where it takes us.
It is so dehumanizing being in the job market right now. I graduated college in the peak of COVID, and even then, it was easier to get a job in my field than it is now. I was working as a UX designer, designing software for public health services to track diseases, viral outbreaks, all that good stuff. And when Trump cut funding to the public health department, I lost my job. And prior to then, I was doing what most UX designers did, designing mobile apps, dashboards, any sort of application that a consumer might use. I've been working as a product designer for 5 years. I should be able to just apply for a job and get it, or get an interview at the least. But it's gotten to the point now where you apply to a job and you don't even get a rejection. You just hear nothing back at all. And a lot of these jobs too will ask for someone with 5 years of experience, but then they're paying an entry-level salary. I'm sorry, but in the tech field, when you've reached 5 years, that is not entry-level anymore. You're telling me that you want me to research, design, lead a team, animate, code it, be a fucking unicorn, all for $70,000 a year? In New York City? I don't think so, baby. Flip side, if you apply to an entry-level job, you're overqualified and you don't get it. But then they're not hiring people out of college because they can get AI to do that job. Feels like it just doesn't matter anymore. You can do everything you're supposed to do. Go to college, get good grades, go to graduate school, get a job, and then have years of formal experience, and then it's still not enough. I think the fact of the matter is it takes nepotism or knowing someone to get a job now. But in reality, the people who you know are too busy and stressed out about their own job security to even help you. I am such a well-connected individual in New York City, but it doesn't even matter because everyone is fighting for their life right now. It doesn't matter if you're entry-level, mid-level, senior, director, everyone is just fighting to survive out here. And with the rise of AI coming for jobs, even though a lot of AI can't do these jobs, companies are choosing to get AI to do them anyways, though shittily, just because it saves them a buck, when in reality it's all gonna cost us so much more in the long run.
Happy Monday. I got a gripe. I've been sharing my being a fired federal employee. Just sharing my journey because I wanted to document, because this never has ever happened in the federal government before, and I've had 20 years experience and I've never seen anything like this. So I'm just sharing it, and I have a YouTube page because not everybody has TikTok. So I wanted to share my journey to help others and also help myself. So they've been getting these comments on YouTube, these negative comments, and I'm just like, these people are crazy. Like, one person told me, what are you gonna do? You can't handle it for yourself? Like, girl, no one should ever be fired like this. This should never happen, to be honest with you. Like, the way it's happening, no one should ever have to fend for themselves, figure out what does this mean. You should never fire someone and then deal with it later. You should always do everything up front and then you fire the person. Not in this way, just like somebody say, I gotta fire you, so I'm gonna fire you today. This is stupid. So then I got another comment talking about the inaccuracies, right? I've been talking about that, like how the communication with my agency has been very stressful. It's been a lot of inaccuracies, but good night. So a lot of inaccuracies or whatever. So the person's talking about, what do you think the public has been dealing with inaccuracies to the public? What the heck are you talking about? What inaccuracies has the public received from federal agencies? You sound dumb. You sound stupid. Come on. Like, don't try and sit there and listen to this propaganda that's been spewed to you about that the federal government workers are so bad because they've been putting out a lot of false, and so let's fire them all. Get out of here.
The way I am exhausted right now, I am exhausted from job applications. I am exhausted from doing so many things. I am just exhausted. This is not a complaint. This is just an acknowledgement of reality. But you know what? Giving up is never an option. For reference, I have my undergrad in Industrial Systems Engineering. I have my master's in Engineering Management. I have a PMP certification. I have about 5 years of experience in my working field. I've been working for a decade. I'm 26 years old. I've been working since I was 16. Easily the worst job market I've ever seen. To be fair, I did switch states, so maybe my networking had something to do with it with the last state that I was in. I moved from the Midwest to the East Coast. So, yeah. Just wanted to give a reference point. Giving up is not even in the realm of anything. Anyway, this job market sucks, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. If you have an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, pursue that route. If you have an opportunity to explore something else, pursue that route, not because just the job market sucks, just to open up your options for other things. That's it. This job market, it sucks, even for those of us that are highly qualified.